Look, man, I got lost in the sauce a little bit, like Kenpachi. You know, directions weren't my good thing this week. I was literally lost, but now I'm found and I am here. Let's jump right into this video. I don't even want to talk to you guys because I know what I want from this, and I hope that I definitely fucking get it. I need this guy to be that guy. And when I say that guy, I mean like that guy. Like, he has to be that guy. I'm biased. I'm biased as fuck. I'm biased as fuck. He has to be that guy. He has to be that guy, and I am going to go ahead and stick by that he is that guy in this game. So let's watch this video. Hit the follow, hit the like, hit the share. Continue coming through here on the channel for more Techneex action, because we're about to go ahead and show off Zaraki Kenpachi and break down what he can do. This is your kind of content. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the follow again, hit the like, hit the share. Continue coming on through for some more Techneex action here. Let's go. Okay. Here we go. Successor of the Kenpachi name. Okay. Try to cut me. Is that a counter? Or is that a biting attack? Chop you up. Okay. Nothing I can't cut. He's a fucking brute. He's a fucking brute. He's a fucking brute. No fucking way. They just made him. They just made him a literal brute. So I already kind of know exactly where he's gonna be hurting at, but we'll talk about it once we watch this again. But he's gonna be really good too, and broken, if you know how to actually like use him. Too slow. Okay. That song in the background is crazy. That song is nasty in the background, yo. Oh my god. But I'm seriously trying to figure out exactly like I don't have much. It's a weird thing to say. It's not that I don't have much to say. It's that everything that I technically would have wanted from this, I am getting it. But there's just the one thing that I can't like. I wanna say it here. The biggest thing that I get kind of off put by in this sense, for him particularly. Not in an entire thing, but the one thing that kind of like off-put me is that his meta, his type, his like archetype is a solid archetype for him. Like, I love the fact that you are a counter / offensive juggernaut, right? Where my issue lies is that I know for a fact he's fucking slow, and that's something that I just can't get behind. Like, it pisses me off because in these games, in these 3D arena games, and these open arena games, movement means a lot. And if your character's a frame slower on the slash, on this and that, on the reversal, that could definitely, you know, be the end-all be-all with that particular character. I'm not taking away his power damage, because his power damage freaking crazy. Like I could guarantee you that that bar of health that you got is going to be going down insanely fast per every slash that he hits you with. That's just a given. But I'm more concerned about him playing against the faster characters and characters who may have like triple launching attacks or double launching attacks or quick steps or quick step attack or something like that. You know, that his frame startup would be slower than those characters. But outside of that, there's just a lot to kind of work with, and they've really stuck to the actual protocol with him. So there's not really much that I will tell you that he's not doing that you haven't seen in the anime. So again, here to say he's a powerful warrior capable of facing off against the strongest opponent, meaning that essentially no matter what kind of opponent you fight off against, you still be able to take massive damage. So he is a heavy hitter, a brute per se. Let's go ahead and check out his first move. So his first move in the game is called Try to Cut Me. So if you guys can see here, what it says is, while input is held, Kenpachi holds his arm outstretched in a stance and attacks when the input is released. So the power of the release attack increases according to the amount of damage Kenpachi receives while in his stance. This is crazy. So how much can you hold this? And where is the benefit in using this? His setup could be disgustingly nasty. If you force someone to use the reverse step, or the combo break, then if you use this while they're attacking you, you could probably take a few hits before they try to step back, and you have to swing and pretty much lose your health for no reason. But catching someone with this attack is going to be interesting because this is an attack designed for characters that have fast movements and characters that could put on an insane amount of pressure and like do, for example, 3-4 hits in like 10-12 frames. We're talking about the Yudorichis of the sort. We're talking about Byakuya. We're talking about characters like that would end up having, like I mentioned earlier, which would be his issue, will have frame advantages. This move in particular could possibly be the thing that neutralizes that. But the thing is, the setup to it has to be like people who are mashing buttons. Like, that's my take. My take is you have to be mashing buttons and like aggressively attacking me for me to take this stance and then like use it and so on and so forth. There's no way that I can sit with this stance for longer than maybe 2 seconds before my opponent decides to jump back, and I'm stuck with the damage. So something to consider when you're playing with him. Really cool. As you can see, this is what I said. The character was still swinging his sword, and he was able to go ahead and hit him in between that, thus causing like double the amount of damage. So it's like a Bide move. It's like Bide from Pokemon. Now this one's called Chop You Up. Chop You Up, a large down swing and slash. The attack can hit an opponent at a distance as Kenpachi takes a large step forward during the attack. So this move is weird, right? The range of the move is all the way up to the mid screen up here, and it can confuse you if someone's playing the aggressive Kenpachi. So like if you're doing the stop and go kind of thing with Kenpachi, there's a big possibility that you can like dash, stop, and then do this attack at the mid range and take a good chunk of health slash cause a lot of damage to the opponent's defensive bar. There's that. So now this, for example, is the faraway technique. As you guys can see, you can literally get up close and personal from the distance. So I'm wondering if it's reading it based off distance itself, or can you control the distance based off how long you hold the button, right? If the character's at a distance, then he does a full step in. But if the character is close to the vicinity, then he just does a small step in with the swing. That's interesting. But on top of that, even with the full step in, you still get that full mid-range catch. So you are covering a lot of grounds. Last but not least is the nothing I can cut. Kenpachi charges, slashes opponent. If it hits, Kenpachi follows up with a flurry of attacks. Holding down input will add the effect of breaking an opponent's guard. So this is like a follow-up technique per se. It's interesting how this is holding down input. Holding down input will add the effect of breaking an opponent's guard. Now, what does that mean? That means that the person that gets hit with the attack will end up getting caught in the stun phase. So essentially, when in most of these games, when you break someone's guard, they usually go like, ugh, like their hands go back, and at the same time, they slow down for like a good 20 frames or so that they can't do anything. So that gives you a very huge opening to be able to attack. What I mean by that is that there are two versions of this attack, and either version can turn around and cause the mix to start questioning and asking what's the mix here. The reason why I say that, and yes, I am talking in fighting games terminology because this is a fighting game, so you got to look at it as a fighting game. Arena fighting game. This is not just your typical arena game. The mix is if you don't hold down, his attack more than likely comes out faster, and if you do hold down input, then his final attack, albeit slower, causes guard break and causes stagger. Now, if that's not the case, then they both end up being the same speed, but holding down causes the guard break effect, and the frame recovery is a lot faster. So so your opponent should be able to either try to jump back or escape. But seeing as this could be a break, like a break in the game, if someone just continuously just presses down and just continuously take advantage of the opponent, I don't think that that's the likelihood. So just keeping that in mind and whatnot. Last but not least, and I'll skip around, is when he takes off his eye patch. Of course, he's talking about how he can finally let loose, and so on, and so on and so forth. So here, we got his awakening. His awakening is called. So here we got his awakening. By removing his eye patch, Kenpachi will be able to fight with all his strength, increasing his attack power and Reishi even when attacking head-on. Kenpachi's key call move will also become stronger, making it easier to turn the tide of battle from a losing situation. So essentially, all of your special attacks get increased almost in double the damage. It is an actual straightforward X Factor. This is a pure damage buff X Factor. There is no like gimmick, no nothing. This guy will increment his damage output by a shit ton, and you will get clapped. That's it. That's it. If the battle is towards the end, if the battle is anywhere in his losing favor, there's also a big possibility that he also gets what is called negative buffs. His damage output can increase furthermore because he has lower health. And that's something to look out for, because if that's the case, again, like I said, he can definitely be busted. But the speed is where everything is at, and he doesn't look too fast. He doesn't look like he has anything to close gaps. So it's basically you coming into his territory and dealing with Kenpachi in his ground in order for you to beat him. If you have a long-range character, you'll have a way easier time to be able to beat him. And I think that that's what the point of this video was, and I think that this breakdown makes clear, concise of that. I hope you guys took away that from this breakdown, and I will catch you guys in next week's video, of course, with the next drop of the next captain. Probably is another captain, but if not, I'm looking forward to seeing Ikaku, which I think is the next character coming. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. Hit the sub. Prep for that Bleach Soul Society tournament that's coming soon. And I will catch you in the next one.